حاجة عايزين back من أي حاجة. لما سألت صحابي بقى اللي هم اتخرجوا طب انتوا اشتغلتوا ازاي أو جبتوا ازاي الوظيفة دي.
So while the Egyptian economy was growing, disparities between Egyptians were growing as well, and poverty was growing at the same time. And those were the conditions that partially led to the eruptions of 2011. Those conditions have gotten generally worse because in the last 4 years there's been such turmoil and such unsettled conditions that obviously that disrupts any economy.
You can live what I call oil slick prosperity, that you have this thin layer of shiny prosperity on top of the swamp. You can do that, but it's self-limiting. If you really want Egypt, and Egyptians are very patriotic, if you want Egypt to be a great country, then the whole country has to be great on some level, has to participate in that greatness. And the narrow elite strategy is not going to lead to Egypt being able to realize its tremendous potential as a country.
The private sector appears to be so unable to decipher what sort of skills people have as a result of the education system that they are increasingly using social class as a measure of quality. So rather than hire you based on what you know or what your skills are, they hire you based on what kind of family you come from.
So it's more that you're looking for a connection rather than looking for a job.
Definitely is frustrating, and yeah, sometimes you decide to give up or even not to start.
The private sector discriminates against women quite strongly, especially the private sector doesn't want to have married women. And so what you find is that the participation in the labor market among educated women has been declining very strongly over time.
شغلانات معينة بتقول احنا عايزين مثلا موظفة حسنة المظهر أو مش لابسة حجاب، يعني زي الموظفات
So unlike men who, if they don't get a government job, they don't get a formal job, they go into the informal economy, women find that too risky for their reputation, and they'd rather stay at home rather than be engaged in the informal economy.
Informal jobs in general are not only less secure, but they don't provide the benefits, and so they don't have anything to Social Security, they're not building up any pensions, they don't have access to health care. The economy is just not creating jobs. There's not enough investment in productive activities, and those activities are not ultimately sufficiently productive to create a demand for more labor.
Trying to just provide, subsidies to hire youth or to do training or to do all of these what's called active labor market policies, in my view, doesn't work if you don't have the labor demand. And the problem is we lack the labor demand.
From these problems flow some solutions in the sense of allowing broader freedom of expression, and as well as addressing the real split in the economy.
If you can get small firms that are successful to grow, that's going to be the solution to youth employment.
Reform, I think, is still very slow and is going to continue to be challenging in Egypt. President Sisi, or any president who comes with a strong sort of wave of support, has a window of opportunity to make, big decisions. And he did make a few big decisions relating to the economy, but he definitely would need to do much more to move Egypt from medium growth, which is what it was achieving under Mubarak, to serious transformative growth, which Egypt has never achieved, which would require much more thoroughgoing reforms in terms of transparent judiciary, respect for rule of law, a democratic system to encourage investors to come, predictability, inclusion, and so on.
You'd have to have reforms that are much bigger than just unemployment. Like, I see unemployment as just like a side effect of, you know, bigger challenges.